Good day, pilots! I hope you are all doing very well. In this video, we would like to show you how to use our new installers. Let's begin. Our new installer is supporting the add-on XML type installation of Prepare3D. You may install our sceneries as an add-on in Prepare3D in version 4 and version 5. First, I'm going to show you where you can download the new installer, how to uninstall the older version, and of course, how to install the new one. In the description of this video, you can find timestamps so you can jump to the section which is interesting for you. The add-on XML type installations was first implemented with Prepare3D version 3. The advantage of this method that you can activate and deactivate any add-on by just a click. Prepare3D version 3 and version 4, you can find the add-ins menu in the opening window here. In Prepare3D version 5, you can find it under Options and then Add-ons. Here you can see all the add-ons which were installed with this method. In case of LHSimulations products, you will always have two add-ons. One of them is the scenery itself, like in this example, Budapest Airport. And the second one, Object Placer, which is basically a DLL which is required by all of our sceneries. So the later one must be always activated. You can download our latest installer from our webshop. Just log in with your email. If you do not remember your password, you can request a new one here. Go to Profile and then Purchase Products. On the bottom of that page, you can find the download links. If you purchased our scenery through SimMarket, then you need to download it from there. Let's talk about our files a little bit. From the file name, you can read the following informations. First part, of course, is the name of the scenery, which in this case is Budapest with Lima Hotel Bravo Papa ICO code. The scenery version is a 1.3. Both exe file is created for Prepare3D version 4 and version 5. Build stands for the installer number. Every time we publish a new installer, it gets a new number increased by 1. If you check these two files, the only difference is the build number. This one is the 15th version and this one is the 18th version. So this is the newer one. These two files will install exactly the same scenery, just the build 18 has some improvement in the installer only. If your scenery is working fine already, then there is no reason to install any newer build. This is valid now as well. If your scenery is working fine with the traditional method of installation, then we recommend that you leave it untouched. If you have not installed the scenery yet with the traditional method, then you can simply skip this part. But let's say you have already installed it and now you want to install it with add-on XML method. The first thing we need to do is to delete any older scenery versions properly. Normally, you should find an uninstaller exe file in the root folder of your sim. Just double click it and it should erase any previous files. We have built in a lot of safety in the new installer to disable the older versions, but to be honest, we published so many installers in the recent years, we do not know how good job they will do. To avoid any conflict, we would like to ask you to do some additional steps. After you run the uninstaller, please check the following. Go to your modules folder, which is also located in the root folder of your Prepare3D. If you see any LHBP Object Placer 64 DLL, simply delete it. Then go to your app data folder, Lockheed Martin, Prepare3D v4, open your DLL XML with a notepad, and if you see any entry with LHBP Object Placer 64 DLL, you need to delete that entry, but you need to delete it from launch add-on until the /launch add-on like this, space, and then simply save the file, and then you can close it. And last but not least, double check your scenery library. If you see the LHS underline LHBPX, then delete that area. That should do the trick. But remember, maybe your uninstaller did a perfect job and made all these steps automatically. Now let's finally get to our main point today, how to use the new installer. Simply launch the file you have just downloaded. Wait until the window appears. Do not get confused that it says it will install for Prepare3D version 4, because a little bit later we can change this. Click Next. Here you can see some additional informations, which of course nobody will read. Click Next. Here you can select for which simulator you would like to install this add-on. Let's say we would like to install it for Prepare3D version 5. After that, of course, you need to accept the license agreement, but nobody will read this either. Then you need to enter your registration code. Important that you can use the same one as before. It is not changed. Do not get too excited, I will not show mine. In the next page there is something new. Here you can select where to install the scenery. By default, and this is the guideline of Prepare3D, the Prepare3D add-ons is selected in the Documents folder. If you have redirected your Windows Documents folder, like I did here, it will follow that. Some people, however, would like to install it to a different location. Now they can do so. Important that you just need to select the root folder. In that location, a new folder will be created with the name of the scenery. When you selected the location, simply click Next. Then you need to confirm the location again, and the installer will start copying the files. Then you will see that the activator is running, and if everything is okay, then the activation will be successful. Press OK, then exit. Then the scenery configurator is starting. You will see that the scenery add-on XML has been created and the configuration is done, and that's it. So let's see what did our installer do. In the Prepare3D add-ons folder, two new folders appeared. One of them is the scenery itself, and the other one is the object placer. Important that the object placer and the DLL always located in this default location, no matter what location you install the scenery itself. Here you can see the DLL, it's always downloaded here, and in the other one, if you installed it on the default location, then it will look like this. If you install the scenery on a different location, like I did just now, you will still see two new folders in the Documents Prepare3D add-ons folder. But in the scenery folder, you will see only a single add-on XML file with direct paths to the location where you installed it. So if everything ran well, your add-ons library will show the scenery and the object placer. Hopefully you found this video helpful. If you have any question, please contact us via email at info@lhsimulations.com. Stay safe and stay healthy.